And today I feel very happy to say that we're going to round out Earthrise Wave 2, even though we've already looked at Wave 3 and Wave 1 and the rest of Wave 2. But we're going to round out Wave 2 with this guy. It is the Alicon. And he's going to be our focus this time around in the latest GotBot True review. Hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble host, man, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, and while you're at it, light them up, baby. And hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton, let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, Transformers Collectors NL, The Autobot Family, Transformers vs. G.I. Joe vs. DC Universe vs. Marvel, and Autobot City Central, as well as all my social media links. All the links, all that mouthful, all of that is in the description below. If you're in a position, man, to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring. Or, of course, you can hit the join button right here on YouTube, man. Become channel member. And if you're interested in an Alicon of your very own, or any of the rest of Wave 2, or Wave 1, or Wave 3, or any other Transformers, or collectibles, why not check out the Big Bad Toy Store? They probably got what you're looking for. The link for that is also in the description. And this is the Wave 2 Alicon, and I like the guy. Is he perfect? No. Do I think he's a bit better than the Bailiff? Maybe, because I looked at the Bailiff first. We're about to find out just how much I like how this guy turned out when we head over to the table and take a closer look at him. Ah yes, and the missing part of the Quintesson court has of course been the Alicon. This finally rounds out Wave 2 of Earthrise Deluxes for me. This has been a wild year in terms of, you know, getting the waves and getting the characters. Wave 2, easily the wildest for me. It took so much hunting at so many places, but I'm very, very glad to finally have this guy in hand. Of course, he's not even had the package yet. We have the Earthrise images over here. We have the artwork of the product images. There you go. The artwork of the product images on the back. By the way, you'll notice that there's some different coloration there. This, of course, was a prototype coloration. Some people thought that it was going to be like a Japanese variant. It's not. Of course, we have artwork here of an Alicon. Looks like an Alicon. And he also comes with these nice and generally useful Earthrise instructions. These are stats over right here. I'm assuming the second one is intelligence because it's pretty low for the guy. And this here spare molded real nice. Note that we have a rectangular port right there. And we have his tailpiece. Note that we have a rectangular tab right there and one on the other side as well. You can store his spare on there. We also have this port up right here, a mushroom peg slots in there so that the tail is on his back. And we can take out this piece, a lot tighter on this tail than it was on the Bailiff, and it can become like a hand melee sword thing. And our boy here can hold the knife thing and the spare, no problem. If we turn him around, here is the Alicon's head, but here is a mushroom peg. That mushroom peg is what accommodates the tail section. So we come here and we should be able to put that on over and bring that down on the back, thusly. By the way, if you're inclined, you can take the spare part here and, as I said, using that rectangular slot, and if I can line this up here, there. You can put his spare right there on his, oh man, right there on his back if you're so inclined. Much like the Sharkticons, the Alicons are kind of like in a horde, but they're more of a, like a, I think like an elite guardy type of thing than they are kind of soldiers. I feel like the Sharkticons are soldiers and these guys are more of an elite guardy type of thing. It's kind of like, if you know G.I. Joe, like you have, you know, you have the soldiers that wear the blue and the blue helmets and the black face masks, but then you have the Crimson Guard, right? And they're a little more, I think, supposed to be formal, regal, a little high-end, probably better trained, a little bit more of like a personal security, so to speak. So I feel like these guys are more like personal security for the Quintessons themselves. Maybe I'm wrong about that. In terms of the paint apps, well, it's not bad. There are some blue apps missing, kind of on the middle of the silver here, and on like the spikes going up, like on the spikes, say up here on the shoulder, there's a little, I'm going to call it blue detailing that's supposed to be around that, and kind of around the face a little bit. Like right up around the very upper crest, so to speak, of the face helmet. It's not bad, but those are missing. Besides that, there should be a bit of silver on the knuckles of the hand. And that's really it. The rest of it is pretty accurate. I suppose you could say that the waist skirt here should have some silver on it as well. I don't think it's bad. I'm going to say it's a solid 9 for sure. For sure. In terms of the articulation, again, I a while ago took a look at the Pit of Judgment and I looked at the Bailiff. Now, the Bailiff's paint score was a little bit lower. I looked at the entire kind of Quintesson Pit of Judgment in episode 769, and I said that the paint apps for the Bailiff were 7.5. As I just stated, 9 for the paint apps here on the Alicon. So I think the Alicon has the better apps in this mode and in alligator mode, walking alligator mode. The articulation I said for the Bailiff was a 6 because I was really disappointed by the excessive limitation of the arm. What about on the Alicon himself? Good question. We have a head that can go left and right, kind of up and down. This is a soft rubbery fin on the top of his head. The shoulders can go all the way around. Bicep swivel, elbow to, let's say 90 degrees. Do the wrists rotate? The wrists rotate, which is nice. The outward movement of the arms, again, man, so limited. What a bummer that is. The waist skirt can go up and we get forward, we get back, all right. We got a thigh swivel, it's a mushroom peg built into the leg. We get a knee and we get a ankle tilt and we get forward and back. Yeah, we get some forward, not much in the way of back. Again, I'm going to say overall the articulation is about, it's still only about a 6. I want to say higher, but the arms are really limited, man. Some people are going to yell at me and be like, no, man, you're being too hard on it. But I know that the arms could have went out further if we didn't have the ports on the side of the arm. I don't want to weaponize this guy up enough with the weaponizers to limit the articulation. I think maybe that should have been held off, at least for my sense of functionality for the guy. That's just me. So a 9 and a 6. Right now the guy is getting a solid 7.5 as we head into the transformation. The transformation for the Bailiff was a 9. I thought it was great for what it was, though I did find that the kind of like auto transformation feature of the head going into the body sort of jammed up on the Bailiff ever so slightly. Not enough to do anything, I just had to have the head in the right orientation. What about here? Is the transformation as good as smooth? Hopefully I can remember this. It's been a little while since I've done it. So, to do it, we basically pick up the tail, I think. Yeah, we pick up the tail section and the whole head section here. Should push that head down. We fold the tail around. And we should be able to bring that sort of down and over. We take the waist skirt and we bring it up and we rotate that around and then we bring the waist skirt in. We sort of angle the legs like that. The arms, they go angled back and there is a tab hole and a rectangular tab. So the arms do tab into the side of the body. That one as well. We rotate out the little arm there and the little arm there, and we bring this down around the back, and there are 2 tabs that go into slots on the chest. If you have everything lined up right, then that should tab into the chest, and boom, in the end, here we should have, ooh, stand the guy up, I'm gonna try to stand him up. Here we should have the Alicon in all of his glory. Easy transformation, but a lot of things flipping and flooping. I like it. I'm just gonna clean him up, and then we'll give him a score for it. And with everything cleaned up, he's pretty great. I mean, the legs retain all of their movement. The head, while it can't move left and right, it can open up, and it is colored inside as I thought it was. The bailiff is not. These little arms here, I mean, they can move around, but they're not moving in or out or anything really. They are soft, rubbery plastic, so I don't know, like they're a little more pliable, I think, than I would necessarily like them to be. But, I mean, it is what it is. It's not a big deal. I'm going to say the transformation is still a solid 9. Honestly, he was getting a 7.5, a solid 9 for this. I think that whereas the bailiff was an overall score of an 8, I think the Alicon is an overall score of about an 8.5. I think it's good. It has one kind of critical error, critical mistake, if you will. And that critical error is going to be the outward limitation of the robot mode arm. In terms of accuracy here, I mean, we have the red in the mouth and the red eyes. We have the section going up right here. Now there should be spikes on that. There aren't spikes here. So that's not quite accurate, but the color on the side, that I'll call it Allspark blue, that's accurate. Now these little arms, they should be green with like the purpley lavender color on the hands, we'll say. We'll call it the hands. But you know what, I forgive it being a green. Otherwise, it's pretty accurate. I suppose if I really wanted to try and match the green and match the purple, I could paint it myself. I don't think it's worth it, honestly. I really... It doesn't mean that much to me. This fits the bill as far as I'm concerned for a really good Alicon at an 8.5. Honestly, I'm not that picky about Alicons. There you go. I mean, they fit the bill. It's as simple as that. Truth be told, perfect or imperfect in terms of the coloration, they look phenomenal when you use them for this. Never in the wildness of my imagination did I really believe that we were one day going to get a full Quintesson force, a full Quintesson display. Now, for me, I can say that the Alicons are the icing on the cake. By the way, here's Kranix, who I'm going to, of course, put here. But I think that the spike that is coming in the new buzzworthy 2-pack is really going to be one solid molded piece like Kranix, and I think the transformation is simply going to be taking that spike and laying him down on his face, just as if we were tipping Kranix over. But for now, Kranix is in a... He stands up. Maybe doing it this way would be better. Yeah, he's in a terrible situation. Look, I have the Pit of Judgment Quintesson as like my lead Quintesson. 2 more. I have my Slitherfang and my Prosecutor over on this side. I have the Bailiff on this side. Of course, we have Kranix there above the pit. We have 3 more of these smaller third-party Quintessons. We now have 3 Alicons. I have a trio of the Cyberburst Sharkticons, a trio of the Titan's Return Sharkticons, and the Sharkticon, who I'm going to refer to as Na, that came with the Pit of Judgment. And that's it. Like any other Sharkticons I see, any other Alicons I see, any other Quintessons I see, my job now is to try and help other fans, other collectors get these guys in their hands as well. This is, for me now, a nice, formidable Quintesson force. I could not be happier. Never really thought we'd get it. Think they are so long overdue. And the Alicon, I think, is the better use of the mold, better than the Bailiff. And while I like the Bailiff, I think that the Alicon kind of knocks it out of the park. Overall score of a solid, say, 8.5 or so. Pretty good, considering we've never really had an Alicon before. And here we are once again, and look, the look of the guy, near perfect. A couple of little blue apps would have been nice on these spikes, for example, and on the head crest. You know, here on the chest a little bit, but like I really can't fault this, or I really don't have any problem with this. It's about as good as I could sort of hope for a main line. Some silver down here would be nice. I could paint it in if I wanted, but I don't know if I care enough about, you know, the army horde of the Alicons to do that. Same with the arms on the side. This is definitely an excellent update, an excellent homage. I can't even call it an update because I don't think we've ever had an Alicon before. So an excellent homage to the Alicon character, long overdue. The real money here was in this guy, and now a couple of others like him, a trio of them, being able to be part of that kind of Quintesson display. It's something I never thought we would get to experience in the mainland. Never thought that we'd get to experience fully. I feel like that's beautiful. It's nice to have the Quintessons now included. It's nice to have them as a formidable force with their own soldiers and their own followers. My role now is to try and help other people get these guys if they don't have them. You know, everybody's looking to enjoy this hobby, you know, and once you kind of have, you know, what you need, what you want, then it certainly never hurts to help other people. Lord knows, man, I get people who help me and I appreciate it more than they'll ever know. I think this guy's great. I think it turned out wonderful. Let me know what you think about this guy. I appreciate you coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time, man. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, of course you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course hit the join button right here on YouTube. While you're at it, man, hit the subscribe button. Stick around, have some fun with us here on the channel. Don't forget that somehow, someway, each and every single day, man, you do make a difference. And I look forward, baby, to the next time that you and I get together and have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres or the old-fashioned way, baby, right here inside the videos.